Congratulations.
Did you expect this to be a main event fight? Is this what you were planning?
Huh? I expect.
Did you? Like, have you expected that your big fight is going to be?
I expected to be winning UFC belts as main events a long time ago. So yeah.
Did it take too long, or is it just these things are a process?
This is probably a lot faster than would have been reasonably expected, but I don't really expect reasonable things very often. So,
Were you surprised when other people didn't stand up and fight, like Miesha Tate and Sarah McMahon? They were two of the people that were thought to be signing with the UFC. Were you surprised that they didn't step up?
I think it's really funny that when me and Miesha were supposed to fight, she was going on and on how I didn't deserve to fight her, and now she doesn't want to fight me. And I think it's also really funny that Sarah McMahon was telling all these people that I was running away from her, and then she turns down to fight for the UFC title. I mean, come on. These girls talk of a really big game, but they don't really want to come into the cage and fight me. So I'm here. I got this. If they want it, they know where I'm at.
Did both of them? How many turned down a fight against you?
What?
How many girls turned down a fight against you?
How many girls turn out to do? Since I started, it's been like that. I mean, like even the amateur.
But for this one,
for this
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask him. He's the one who's doing this stuff. I only hear grapevine stuff, so you know.
Ronda, what are your thoughts on coaching a season of Tough?
I think they would be very, very cool.
Would you want to coach the men, or?
You know what? I don't know if it would be more fun coaching the men or the women. I think it'd be really great for people to see a woman coaching men, but I think it'd also be a really great platform for women fighters to have. And I think it would be hilarious to see my coach lose his mind having to deal with other girls. Because, you know, I don't really give him that much trouble, but I can't wait for some girl to come up to him and be like, I have cramps, coach, I can't fight. You know, I would just love to see his reaction to that, because he would lose his mind, you know? So that would be entertaining, and so I think it would both be entertaining. I'd be down for either.
Dana, thoughts on that? You open to something like that?
What's that?
Would you be open to something like that?
Yeah, obviously, listen, she's a world champion. What do you see on Tough? I see world champions as head coaches. Listen, I'm in, man. I'm sold. So.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Ronda, do you have a boyfriend?
I'm very hard to date.
Are men intimidated to date with you because they know you can beat the shit out of them?
You know what? If a guy was too intimidated to ask me out, then it's probably not the kind of guy I would want to date anyway. So it saves me the time.
Would you consider dating a fighter?
What?
Would you date a fighter?
Would I? It would be very difficult. I kind of don't want to, like, you know, dip in the company too much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to date anybody who, if I never wanted to see them again, I couldn't. You know, so fighters I would have to see again forever. So I don't know. It would
First
have
time
to
I've
be.
ever heard that question in a press conference.
Not really. As long as she makes the weight, you know. Like I said before, I don't care if she's sticking horse semen in her eyeballs. You know, as long as she makes 135, I'm cool. I've been fighting the Olympics for a long time. You know, the Olympics are supposed to be idealistic, but they're not. You know, the U.S. is one of those countries that they go after their athletes to try and make sure that they catch them. And a lot of these other countries that I fight with would actually just try and help their athletes to pass international testing. So I've always been used to being at a size and strength disadvantage. If you watch my Olympic videos, you notice I'm a head shorter than everybody else. You know, it's just the way it is. And so as long as the weight is fine, then I feel like if she wants to make 135, then taking steroids would be just as much of a detriment as it helped her. And that's why I've been pushing for this all along. You know, drug testing isn't perfect, so I'm not going to rely on it.
Ronda, your comments on the Jim Rome show about sex got a lot of play. Were you surprised that it got as much the ripple effect that had?
Yeah, I was surprised because Conan asked a very similar question and I gave a very similar answer, and everyone was just like, "Cool." I didn't answer it so blatantly on the Jim Rome show, but when I was on the Conan thing, everyone was like, "Pretend you're on a date with America, okay? Like, don't say anything too crazy. In other words, don't be yourself so much." And I'm like, "All right, fine." And then we're going Jim Rome, and they're like, "He's the Howard Stern of sports. Go nuts. Swear as much as you can." And I was like, "Yes, okay." So when he asked the same question, I answered it a little bit more emphatically. Is that emphatic? Is that a good word? I'm trying to use good words today. There you go.
Ronda, prediction?
Yeah, I was like, the British guy knows. He's got vocabulary. He invented the language. Goddamn.
Don't play to his ego anymore. It's out of control already. It's out of control.
Thanks, Ronda. Prediction for the fight Saturday night main event?
Nate's gonna win. Come on. That's why I'm here. I only found out about this the other day. I'm here for Nate. So Nate all day.